Imagine a business receives a massive, continuous stream of scanned pages. We're talking mixed forms, invoices, ID cards, literally all just scanned together in one giant batch. How on earth does a computer figure out where one document actually ends and the next one begins? Well, it's a pretty tricky sequence mapping challenge. But as we're going to see today in this explainer, machine learning provides an absolutely brilliant, elegant solution by pairing local guesses with global rules. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Why is it so incredibly hard to just look at each scanned page, one by one, and decide what it is? Well, the source material points out that classifying pages in total isolation is highly error-prone. If you look at a single page completely independently, you're entirely ignoring the logical context of the document batch. Think about it like this. An algorithm might look at a page with some text and tables and guess, hey, it's a new document. But what if it's actually just page 2 of the previous invoice? Without that surrounding context, those independent, isolated guesses are just going to lead to a whole lot of fragmented or improperly merged files. So to solve this sequence mapping problem, the definitive solution is what our sources call a hybrid methodology. Basically, this combines two distinct steps. First, we have probabilistic classification, which we can just think of as our local classifier. And second, we have finite-state sequence modeling, which acts as our global decoder. Let's move forward and see exactly how this builds into a seriously foolproof system for accurately mapping document boundaries. Right, so we start with step 1, the local classifier. This step uses a standard machine learning classifier to evaluate every single page independently. According to the data, systems will use well-known models like a support vector machine, naive Bayes, or logistic regression for this specific task. Now, what this classifier actually does is extract page-level features. It looks at the textual content, counts the words, or even checks for visual cues like the presence of barcodes. Based on these features, it makes a localized, educated guess about what role this specific page plays in the broader stack. Specifically, the local classifier assigns a probability distribution over 4 target boundary classes for each page. It essentially looks at the page and calculates the odds. Is this an S for a start page, an M for a middle page, an E for an end page, or maybe an SI for a single-page document? So let's say a page has a giant application form title right at the top and a barcode. The classifier might give it a super high probability of being a start page. This gives us a really quick mathematical estimate of the page's status. Now, this brings us to the core tension of the whole problem. On one hand, our local classifier provides fast, quick estimates based on those page-level features we just talked about. But as we noted earlier, it totally ignores sequence logic. On the other hand, we have the global decoder, which enforces strict, grammatical-like transition rules across the entire sequence. While the local estimate is fast, it ultimately fails on its own because, well, it simply doesn't know if the sequence actually makes logical sense in the real world. That is exactly why we need both parts working together. And that brings us perfectly to step 2, finite-state sequence modeling, or what we call our global decoder. Here, the output probabilities from our local classifier are fed directly into a sophisticated sequence model. The sources highlight that this is typically a hidden Markov model, an HMM, or a conditional random field, known as a CRF. Instead of just looking at a page in isolation, this sequence model takes those local probabilities and uses these frameworks as engines. It uses them to apply strict, overarching grammar rules to the entire batch of pages. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the strict transition logic applied here. It enforces rules that act almost like a grammar for documents, completely preventing impossible structures. Look at these hard and fast rules. A start page absolutely must transition to a middle or an end page. Makes total sense, right? A start page cannot transition directly to another start without an intervening split. An end page must transition to a new start or a single page, and a middle page absolutely cannot follow a single page. By applying these strict rules, the system immediately filters out sequences that physically cannot exist. So you might be wondering, how do we mathematically marry these local guesses with the global rules? Well, that happens in step 3 through global decoding, specifically using an algorithm called Viterbi optimization. The Viterbi algorithm acts kind of like a GPS routing system. It runs through all the data to find the single most logical, globally probable path of document boundaries for the entire batch. The system combines the local state emission probabilities, those are our guesses from step 1, with the transition probabilities, the strict rules from step 2. It is literally the ultimate mathematical resolution to our sequence mapping challenge. The absolutely crucial point is summarized perfectly by this quote derived directly from the source material. resolving an ambiguous page as middle because it is sandwiched between a strong start and end. Imagine our local classifier looks at page 2 and is completely uncertain. It's just a wall of text. Maybe it's a single document, maybe it's a middle page, who knows? But the Viterbi algorithm steps back, sees that page 1 is definitely a start and page 3 is definitely an end. By using that surrounding context, it confidently fixes the error of the local classifier and properly labels page 2 as a middle page. I mean, this right here is the true power of the hybrid approach.
By combining the rapid feature extraction of a local classifier with the rigorous logical boundaries of a global sequence model, we basically transform a messy, highly error-prone sorting task into a super accurate automated pipeline. It really makes you wonder, what other complex data problems could be solved by pairing local probabilistic estimates with global transition rules? Whether it's processing natural language, analyzing DNA, or sorting massive amounts of data packets, this hybrid methodology is incredibly powerful. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep looking for the hidden logic in the data around you.